So I don't know, let's solve some tactics, how about that? Wait a second. Title Tactics Training. Did I ever rage that much and throw the mouse? I raged quite a lot on streams before. Okay, so let's see what do we have now in the tactics. We're upon up, our king is extremely unsafe. This king is not safe either. What are our candidate moves? Not 100% sure. Feels like a weird puzzle. What am I supposed to play for? Maybe for c6, c7? Because I'm not sure what he can attack. Takes this, then there is rook b8. I'm threatening c7 and this. Even if I dislodge the queen with some rook e2 takes, queen f7, king h7, I don't have a continuation, so that shouldn't be the right way. Rook b8. Take. Oh wait, rook b8 is a candidate move, very obvious one. After takes. I'm threatening to give checkmate. He can't go to a4. King f8 is no good. So yeah, I don't know. I'm threatening this. I don't see a way how he's going to defend it. So. Feels like the right move, to me at least. Okay, let's go for the next one. And endgame. We'll love to see those. Okay, e5 has to be the first move by the process of elimination. King e4. I'm pretty sure e6 has to be the next move, because a6 is no good, and everything else is also bad. King d5. e6 is also not a move now. He's threatening to take, so e7 should be a move again. I think. The other moves don't seem to make too much sense. Let's see now. Gupta Gambit, any suggestions to improve blitz ratings? I mean, you need to constantly practice, and you need to be good in tactics and make moves quickly. So, I mean, and you also need to have to always play the same opening repertoire to play the positions you're most familiar with all the time. And yeah. Okay, so we have a6. Then he would be forced to go here, a7, king b7, but it's highly unlikely. Takes, king b6, takes here. King c7, h4, king d6, king f6, bishop b8, and draw. So if I go king f7, it's gonna go h5, e8, take, g4, that I even lose. a6, he has to get there. Maybe then king g6. Then I save a tempo. G6. He can't go king d6 because of a7, king e7, a8. 6, king c6, king there. King b6, king h6, king takes, king g5, king b6, h4, king c6, h5, king d6 here. Yeah, I think that should be the answer. Okay, which one to take? Now, does it even matter? Probably I take here first, so, because then I'll be a tempo up. I won't have to move the king away from the h1. Also, if I take this, there will be bishop e8, which is even bigger problem. And now we go a7. Yeah, so these are relatively easy puzzles, but you need to understand exactly what you're doing. So check here, check here, queen h3, king here. Maybe I'm dumb, but I don't see a checkmate. Still, by the process of elimination, we know that this is not right. Or that taking the queen in a different way is not right. Okay, so it has to be this. And it has to be this too. Queen h2, king e1. Doesn't make sense. And now we need to find something good. Takes, queen h2, king d3, takes. Is that winning? Could be. But if the king goes to some other square, then he'll have rook d1. Okay, why can't I see mate here? There is rook g4, there is also queen g3. One of those should be some checkmate, but I don't see it. Rook g2, king f3, queen e3, rook f2, queen f2, queen g4, mate in 3. Ah, again king 5 to 1, yeah. Thanks for the help. I didn't even consider this candidate move, and they should have. So shout out to king. And it's a surprisingly hard puzzle, rated 3586. It's actually mate in 3. Yeah, I just didn't. You need to understand the rook f2 candidate move to even spot it, and then if you spot it, then it's easy, then you know it's good. So now what? Check maybe. King d1. Bishop e3. What does he do then? If he moves the knight to any square, then bishop g4 is checkmate. I don't really see it. Bishop e6, I just take. Ah, wait. He'll go king c1, and when I take on d2, he'll go king b1. Okay, that makes sense. Then I'll go knight d4. It could be also something like takes here. Bishop e3, king c1, bishop f1, then I'm threatening checkmate. b3. I kind of think that's the solution. Bishop b3, king c1, bishop f1. He can't take with the rook because of queen f1. He can't go king b1 because of this. c3 is mate with queen d2, and b3. Then I can take king b2, bishop d4, and queen a5. So I think this is the move. Yeah, and that was a bit harder one. Hi Zuzman. Thank you for the stream. Now you realize you suck in tactics. Yeah, there aren't many people who are doing tactics training. Like my method of tactics is like that there are five rules which you need to be aware of in tactics. So the process of elimination is a very clear one. When there is only one good move and everything else loses, you play that one move. Then there is the keeping an eye on opponent's options. So when searching for candidate moves, but okay, maybe I will do that some other time to also put my 5 rules on the stream and try to get all the puzzles correct by using my own method. Okay, knight f3. So obviously takings are not allowed because of the rules of chess, so I can go either here or here. I suppose that king f1, queen d3 can't be good. Yeah, that just loses. So king h1, these squares are covered, so he can't do anything special yet. He has to threaten checkmate first. And now we have a move. But how do we use that move? Because we don't have any checks yet, so by the process of elimination we knew king h1 was right. And now what? Technically I can go bishop b5. And after the check to cover with rook f1. So this is the first candidate move. Rook f3 is obviously no good. gf, again checkmate. I don't know, some queen c2. That could be a playable move. But after takes... Oh, it should be some exchange up. That's also playable, but let's see bishop b5. Rook c8, bishop d3, rook c1, bishop f1 doesn't work. Queen b1, rook f1, some rook g2s don't work. Does he have anything else? Some queen e3 maybe, but then I take queen d4. Probably no. Then I don't. Then I can't take. But queen d4, maybe I can take the rook. Queen f2 and take here. Looks so dangerous, but might be good. Queen f2, gf3, bishop f4. No, bishop f4 is covered. All the squares are covered too. I mean, I kind of like it. It feels dangerous to play it. Trade queens first and then take the rook. But if you trade queens first and then take the rook, I mean, it should be winning too. It should be winning too, but he will get to... He has two exchanges. But he doesn't even have pawn for that, and rook b2 comes. Maybe that's simpler, indeed. But does he have any other... Does he have any other square for the queen? No, not quite. Queen e3. Yeah, then rook f3. I can't take, right? Another one of my rules is to never make a move too quickly, even if I have calculated it before. So if this, maybe he can take the rook, and then if I take the queen, then it's checkmate again. So maybe I have to play the same line again with rook g8 and gf3. Or maybe I'm missing something here, but I don't think I am. So I suppose this. Yeah, rook b2 to b7, that was right, Genki. Hello, Josue David Torres. Or Josue, I don't know how to pronounce. Yeah, that was a hard puzzle. It says 3788 rated. Let's go for the next one. Is this good for the viewers? Like, is it useful or should I do something else? I can go back to Blitz or something. Okay, so queen e3 is the first logical move. Can also take, but b7 is hanging, which is a huge problem. But we are not missing any pieces. So even a move like c6 is probably not that bad, because the attack continues raging on. This is a threat, so we have to cover it. Yes, very good training. Glad to hear. It's too complicated for you? Yeah. Queen e3, probably rook e2. And then I guess I should play c6 anyway. What does happen if If I play c6 first, what's the difference? Basically, I'm curious why this is not good. Can he go some knight b3? I wanted gh3. Okay, check. Let's calculate candidates then. Check, king h2. This is so complicated. There is even like rook h3 takes bishop d6. No, but then there's bishop g4 with a check. So that doesn't work. King h2, c6 maybe. Knight c6. Knight c6. Bishop c6, there would be rook h3, but what if knight c6, knight c6, queen a8 check? That's an advantage of keeping the queen here in the first move. Because after c6 takes, I can take even with a pawn, but even with a knight, and then... And I also have queen c5. So what's wrong with c6? If there is something wrong with it. Maybe it's not. Like in a blitz game, I would play that in a heartbeat. Yeah, maybe queen e3 is just wrong because of king h2, and then c6 there is knight c6. It could be very possibly true. Yeah, of course, your first time you've covered the five rules of tactics because that's my methodology when I'm coaching. So maybe c6 first is better. But okay, I will do in the upcoming days. I will do just some longer tactics stream with the 5 rules, and we'll focus on that. But today I won't be able to stream for much longer, and that's also a problem. So I feel c6 is better because after this and king h2, rook h3 doesn't work, and then c6 there is knight c6. So I think I should just play a simple move. The engine says yes. So now it's also an important matter. Like if I take with the pawn, what's wrong with it? And also what's wrong with taking with the knight? Because if I take with the knight, if bishop c6, I have queen c5 check. They collect that bishop, or it's even mate, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, bc just looks wrong, but I'm not sure why it's wrong. And that's a problem, we can't just say it looks wrong. Okay, but I think I found the answer. It's this stuff. Because you can't take with the queen, if you take with the rook, then there is queen e7. And if you take the queen, then there is ba7 and b8. So we have to take with the knight. And we have to go back. This was not, like, this was nice. You would, so queen e3, a rook f2, not king h2. h2 c6, knight c6. There is some win with bishop d6. I wasn't sure about that. But rook f2, I guess it's the same idea, just with knight c6. But this one was really nice. Like bc6, this rook f8 move, it's hard to spot because it feels like there are all kinds of moves. You can't trade the queens because it will be a new queen here. So, Happy New Year and best wishes, Bruno. What are those 5 rules? Yeah, the 5 rules of tactics I could do for you too. That's true. You would watch there. Okay, I mean on YouTube I will definitely I'll put parts of this stream also on YouTube. How I got crushed against Neiman and the tactics training. But I will do a full tactics training streams and post them on YouTube. So you can always find my YouTube, subscribe if you want, and watch the videos there. I don't have this card. What would happen after queen c5 instead of c6? You can't just say it looks wrong exactly how I'm playing chess for the last 18 years. And what would happen after queen c5? Probably not too good things. The queen b7 check would have to go here, and then at least he can trade the queens, and probably he can also do something stronger. But I can check on the engine not to give you a precise answer. So here bc7, if queen d4, then I mean everything's hanging. He'll just move the king. If takes here, then I mean, we didn't win a piece or anything. These tactics are far past your capabilities, but you're learning. Like I'm playing chess all my life. So. What was my score against Hans? We don't talk about that here. And we also don't say how I gave him a draw. And he didn't give me a draw in the next game. Okay, the first move that comes to mind is for sure bishop to b5. Maybe rook h4 makes sense, but probably not. So wait, let's see. Bishop b5, if takes... Then there are two moves. There is queen b7, there is a b5 threatening checkmate in one. But the problem is perhaps f6, queen c6, king e7, and I don't know what I'm doing there. So I suppose I should give a check on b7, knight c7. Maybe now a b5. This is also a very complicated puzzle. Okay, if I don't do that, then, for example, bishop a6, everything else should be too slow, because he'll just reroute the knight to d5, and then position is garbage. Bishop b5, no thinking. No, not all VODs, I mean just the ones which I think are useful or fun or instructive. Yeah, Puzzle Rush, Survival and Time. Yeah, this is also. But the thing is, the first like 40 in the Puzzle Rush Survival are relatively easy, and then it's just more. It's better for the viewers, I hope. And here you get one hard puzzle after another. The last puzzle was rated 3800. So yeah, Bishop b5 feels like the only move by process of elimination. And now, yeah, with this, I mean, there's also, okay, not 97, but okay, some f, but maybe it's f6 doesn't matter. Okay, let's see. Here we're threatening checkmate in one. Knight e7 is no good because of queen b7, knight c7, b6. I think. Though that's not clear either with knight d5, bc7, knight c7. And go queen b8. Who knows, but f6. Maybe I can give a check then too. Yeah, this is very complicated. There are nuances. Even this kind of a move makes sense. At least there are not too many moves to choose from, that's true. Puzzle Rush Survival and try to get to 100? Yeah, when I will have more time. I'll have to go in like 15 minutes or so. Elaborate on the draw situation against Hans. You'll see it in the YouTube video. b5. Yeah, the knight e7 stuff, I also completely forgot that I have these ideas. b7, knight c7. Is there something I'm missing here? Something easy. Maybe then a b5. And f6, f6, b6, fg5, b7, that loses for him. And I kind of like that. I'm not sure what his move is against this. Because if knight e7, I just take. Can I just take? I'm not even sure about that because of queen g4. Yeah, it takes here first. It takes here first is probably worse, at least, if nothing else, then at least he has this f6 stuff. And after queen b7, can go even king d8 because this is covered. And I think it has to be queen b7 first, and then take. And now, okay, at least I can go here, but maybe this is stronger. So if here, then he has probably queen c8, and I'm not sure what my next move is. Because the endgame is just going to be bad for me. So I have to give a check first, and then go b6, I think. Now there is no more queen c8, and okay, there is f6. So let's wait, not make moves too quickly. f6. I'm not in time to stop f6 with bishop f6, that's the problem, because of queen e8. But this puzzle, I have to say that I've done way more for on instinct than on calculation, which is not good at all. But it was just so hard to calculate. The good thing is that I have this, so it should probably still be b6, I think. AB5 feels right. We don't do feels right. Like queen b7, yeah, it was ABC FIGM. Yeah, that was indeed. 5 methods don't suffice. You will add an amendment. 6, the secret art of swindling dead lost positions. I'm probably I'm today I'm on the other side of that. I'm on the one who loses winning positions. Hot take: do you think Haas is an over the board cheater? Did he cheat in 100 games online like the Chess.com report says? The first question will be answered by FIDE when they reach a conclusion. The second one, Chess.com, will they ban him or not? I won't say anything about the topic. Yeah, queen b7 looked better. Yeah, your instincts aren't that great. Usually it's always good to give a check first, but this was a concrete calculation and it was so hard that I mean, I also wasn't sure. I've done this more on instinct than an actual calculation. Okay, I don't know what this is. I think I just go here and 92. How does he defend mate? Because 92 I can collect the exchange, but it leaves the strong knight here, so what is he going to play against this? H4 or something? I mean, should be able to start collecting pieces. Probably there is some mate, and if I collect pieces it will be wrong. I don't know why it's wrong to collect pieces though. Or what's the difference with this? Queen h1, king g4. Knight g3 done. Take. I mean, it's more logical to put the king on g4 first. So. Yeah, okay. This I don't understand. I'm not gonna lie. So basically, what it's saying is that this is not winning because of queen c4. And this is winning because after queen c4, there is knight f1. And rook f3. So collecting pieces is good, but yeah, okay, this was hard. Uh, which top player does my style most resemble? Never thought about it. Possibly Napoleon. Okay, let's do one more, and then I'm probably gonna have to go. Or no, okay, let's. No, okay, let's play one or two more games, and then I'm gonna have to go anyway. Um, let's see if there's there is stronger position.